As you know, the second part of the GIFT 631 success formula is mindset. Now, I truly believe that highly successful people have a way of consistently getting into the ideal performance state. I also believe that if you win the first hour of the day, you've got a great opportunity to win the rest of the day. So, in your next Mozart time, I really want you to consider, how do you start your day? Have you set up your own morning routine? What I want to do is take you back through the GIFT 631 4M morning routine. This is how I and many of my clients and the participants on these programs get into that ideal performance state so we can be at our best to truly transform the day ahead. As you'll recall, the 4M routine starts with movement. You don't need to be a runner, you don't need to be a swimmer, you don't need to be a cyclist, you don't need to be a gym junkie. I just want you to move. 15, 20 minutes of walking. It's a very creative state. It's a very innovative state. I truly believe healthy mind is driven by a healthy body. How do you start your day? What is the first thing that you do? If you can shift from what you currently do to a state of movement, everything over time will start to get better. The second stage of the 4M routine is the mind cleanse. Let's remind ourselves, things to do lists is a trap. A things to do list can be a series of low value activities. The human brain, when it sees a list, where does it want to start? It wants to start at the top, and it wants to work its way through from top to bottom. But what happens when the first 6 to 8 items are all low value, and we only get to the high value stuff towards the end of the list, when we're getting physically and mentally tired? Then we're risking the high value activity because we've started with the low value activity. Also, too many people feel the need to get to the bottom of the list. A mind cleanse is very different to that. It may start in the same way when we list everything that's on our mind. But as you'll recall from the program, we're then looking to do one of three things. First of all, we're identifying something that somebody else could or should be doing. So that's what we put in the next column. Then we're looking for high value items. High value items that are either quick or high value items that are deep. And we need to schedule in our diary. And if you recall, I fundamentally believe we need to use time blocks to schedule our high value activity. Now, my measure of success, and I strongly recommend this becomes your measure of success, is not that we've done everything on our mind cleanse by the end of the day, but we've done everything that's high value and quick, and we've either done or we've scheduled everything that's high value and deep into our next available time block. And what I tend to do at the end of the day, I have a time block to catch up on the low value activity. However, I don't feel obliged to complete all of it by the end of each and every day. That's why it's called low value activity. The third stage of my morning routine is meditation. So I've moved to stimulate my brain and my body. I've mind cleansed to cleanse my mind, but also to organize around value and priority. And then I want to center myself. Meditation is very calming, it's very relaxing, it's very centering. It reduces any pressure or stress or even anxiety. And it increases that state of gentle focus. Now, I use the Calm app, and I sit and I meditate for 6, 7, or even 10 minutes a day. And that sets me up for the final stage of the 4M routine, which you know by now is called Mozart time. Now, I fundamentally believe in the value of each of the M's independently, but when you habit stack them together, you have the ideal way to get into the ideal performance state.